Hi and good evening. Thank you for visiting my YouTube channel and tips and tricks. Today we are going to talk about making a Google blog and all the steps involved in it. It's a general tutorial. So why do you want to have a blog anyway? Well, blog's good if you like to post news, updates, if you have a passion for something and you want to talk about it online and possibly earn some money. But in terms of blog ideas, you want to talk about something you're not only knowledgeable but passionate about, as you'll be writing extensively and frequently about the content, as well as trying to build an audience for this blog. And as such, you want that information to be honest and constant. In that you want to have constant updates to your blog and so on. I found that using Google Blogger is quite easy and integrates well with Google AdSense and Google Analytics, whereas other people use, and I do as well, I use blogs on WordPress as well. So in terms of your audience, you must have knowledge of social media, as well as search engine optimization and keywords, knowing what keywords to use, um, so that search engines are going to pick them up. One key to building an audience, as we said, is keeping your audience coming back to your site, having your blog updated frequently, and being honest about what you're posting. So there are a lot of other features that are important, including layout. Ultimately, you want your layout to be appealing to the user. You want to engage them, and you want them to be engaged right when they first arrive to your site. Um, Suggest using gadgets to allow readers to subscribe now or to follow by email. You also want to integrate certain things like Twitter as well as your Google badge to get people to return to your site and discuss it with commenting and other people. So, and you also want to make sure the colors are set up in a way that it works with your material and your layout. And you'll use Template Designer and Google Blogger as well. And you want to make sure that your gadgets are fitting within the widths and heights of your sidebar. So what we're going to do is we're going to first go and we're going to actually start a blog. So I'll go to google.com and it's actually blogger.com start, and we will look at how to start a blog basically. So when you go to blogger.com, remember you have to have a Gmail account or a Google account in order to start a blog on Google. And I do have an account here, so we'll create our blog now. And it says that I'm not the author of any blogs yet, so we know that. Then you could have a reading list, basically a feed that gives you information about the blogs. So we'll simply click New Blog. It's going to ask you for a title as well as an address, and you have to pick something that is available, and they'll tell you if it's available. And then you're going to click one of the templates. Okay, I've had experience with multiple different templates. Some are easier to work with than others. Some are more appealing to the eye than others. So let's just create a title and say creating a blog, and then your address, we can do how to create a blog, and that's not available. We can do how to create a blog spot. Actually, I put Blogsport, so let's put Blogspot. Not available. We'll add two T's, and that's available. So we could always go and delete it. So now we have our address, and we'll select our template, and I'll initially start off with a simple template, and we'll hit create blog. So right now it's creating the blog, and you can see here it states creating a blog. It's been created. Start posting or dismiss. I'm going to dismiss this. So this is our blog now, creating a blog, and you want to look at what it looks, see what it looks like. View blog. This is what we have so far. Okay, so first let's look at navigating the blog, and we're going to do that by looking first here at the pencil. this is basically to create a post, create a new post. And then in the middle here we have a drop down for more options, and you see overview, posts, pages, comments, Google Plus, stats, earnings, layout, and template, and settings. So we're going to go through each one of these and discuss the importance and how to use them. So we're primarily going to look at this area here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm first going to go and show you the different areas. So overview, basically it'll show you stats on page views, news from other blogs, and you can see here on the right there's updates on comments, awaiting moderation, published comments. Posts. So posts are, this is basically where you can create a new post, and we can hit create a new post. And when you create a new post, it's going to ask you for a title. And we can call it how to use Google Blogger. Okay. Then the next important thing is labels. So I want to put labels in here that are I feel people are going to do search for on Google, Bing, wherever it may be. And you want to have them comma separated, and it has to be less than about 200 characters, I believe. So I can type in how to blog, and you want to put comma, blogging, Google Blogger. Okay, and you can put more, and you could also use hashtags as well. But we'll hit done. Alright, and then you're going to write something in here, and make sure that you know if it's on Compose or HTML, because HTML, if you copy and paste HTML into the Compose setting, it's not going to show up correctly. Now you want to insert links, pictures. You can easily do that. You can upload pictures, and we can show you how to do that. And we'll just pick any one of my photos here. Okay, and it's going to upload it, and now I can decide where I want that picture to sit. So I can actually select this photo, and if I want, I can select the size, small, medium, large, left, or center. I'll put it on the left. Now say I want, when people click on this photo, to be taken somewhere else, I can go to, normally you'll see an add link here, okay, or edit link, and you could edit where clicking on this will take you. If you hit publish, it's going to publish. Okay, but you need to have content. Welcome to my blog site. This is my first post. Okay, so this is our first post. If I hit save, alright, it's going to save as a draft. So we can go back to our Blogger, and we can see that I have one post here. Alright, so let's keep that post there, and let's go back into the settings and take a look. So we have posts, and we have one post here. It's in a draft, as you can see. You can edit this, preview it, or delete it. Pages. Pages are important. If you want to add a page, you can select new page, and you can hit a blank page, and you can have context and media on there, or a web address. So if I want people to go to my YouTube channel, I can type my YouTube channel, and I can put the address, okay, which would be youtube.com user, and now you'll see this, and make sure you set this to show pages, and I typically do as top tabs, and you have to save the arrangement. Okay, now commenting is another section. You can manage the comments. Google Plus, probably the most important part here is the Google Plus. Do you want it to be associated with your Google Plus name that you set the account up with, or with your Google Plus page? So I like to use my page. A page may be your business, your organization, or basically a way you blog. And you can select if you want to automatically share after posting or prompt you to share after posting. Why would you prompt to share after posting? if you want to share it and send it to certain people, you can put at and their name if they're following you. You could also select to use Google Comments on this blog. So basically they tell you the 6 ways to improve your blog with Google Plus. Add plus buttons and gadgets, which we'll go over. Share your posts with new audience. Connect with readers face to face. Manage comments in one place. Okay, so we'll select that for now. And now we go to stats, and stats will basically show, like we said, generally the views. All right, that's the overview, and this is by post. We haven't seen anything yet. Traffic sources, referring source, and audience, and it'll give you a lot of details on audience, and you can do it from a select time period, now, day, week, month, etc. Earnings is something that we're not going to get into right now, but you do this through Blogger and Google AdSense. So blogging and writing about something you're passionate about, and you get followers, people reading your blog daily, will allow you to earn money. Okay, depending on how well your blog is run and how much you're updating it and sharing it, and what other social media sites you have it linked with, will determine how much money you earn. Okay, and next we'll go to the layout. So the layout is very important. As I stated in the beginning, you want the layout to be appealing. You want it to capture the reader. Right now, as you can see, all we have is creating a blog. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to start by the header. So let's start with the header. Alright, so I'm going to click edit, and I want to show an image on my header, and I don't want to show the blog title or description. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have the description, the image instead of the title on that. I'm going to choose file, and I have made previous titles, one of which I will upload now, so that we can view it on the site. Okay, and it's called your blog title here. So we're going to save this. Okay, and this is just for an example. Okay, and below this you see pages. So let's click edit just so we look at it. The title will be pages. Automatically add new pages when they're submitted. Published, yes. Right now the page order is home, my YouTube channel, and in design you can reposition, change the appearance. So we'll hit cancel. We'll hit save arrangement. Okay. Now we can preview it and see what it looks like so far. So as you can see, we have the header here, your blog title here. How did I create this? I created this in a very simple way. I used PowerPoint, okay, and I just create small blog headers here using about a quarter of the screen. Okay, so now let's go back to our layout, and you can see the different sections that are here in the gadgets: blog archive, about me. If you don't want to show about me, you can remove it. Basically, this is your Google Plus about me. Okay, so it's deleting it now. But what are some other gadgets you may want to have? So we can go to Add Gadget, a +1 button, so that you can let visitors recommend your brand or your content. So we'll add that. You also may want to show your Google followers, as well as your Google badge. Okay, tell your visitors that you're on Google Plus and let them follow you at a single click. So we'll show you how this comes up. Set your Google Plus profile or page. Now, say you want to find out what your Google Plus ID is or page. So since I set it up with my page, I have to click page, okay, and now it'll show my badge. Okay, so we can do all sorts of settings here, the size, the layout. It's going to do it automatically, but we will show you how to make sure that it does look appropriate within the sidebar. Let's add another gadget. You can follow by email. So this is so somebody can follow your feed by email. And we'll add another one. Look at the other options. Popular post, pages, AdSense. I will show you how we add it. AdSense basically is an advertising program, and you want to set up your Google Analytics account first. And to place ads here, you need to have an AdSense account with a publisher ID in that. So set that up first, and set up the Google Analytics, and then I would do this, okay? And it will show ads. So let's go back to Add Gadget. And now you could also put a search box, HTML, JavaScript, text, image, video bar, polls, blog list, link list. So if you want to list your friends' blogs, you can do that as well. You know, pretty nice feature. You can put my favorite blogs, and you can put, you know, one of your blogs, and just to give you an example, and we'll save that. Alright, now you can add another gadget, and you can add as many gadgets as you want, but you don't want to make it overwhelming. You want people you know, to not be over bombarded with content and stuff like that. Okay, so I want to show you specifically though how HTML will work. So HTML, JavaScript is important if you have third-party code that you want to place in here. For example, if you want your Twitter feed to show up, or your Twitter recent tweets and that, you can hit add HTML, JavaScript, okay? And in one of my other tutorials, I do explain how to get the code for that, and you can view that on tipstrickscentral.blogspot.com, how to add your Twitter timeline to your Google blog. Okay, and you can see here how I have it set up with different widgets and how they're nicely aligned. Okay, so right now I'm fairly happy with the number of widgets we have here, and there's also more you could put in down here. You could also add some additional gadgets, which would be under more. You could have a contact form, share it so that visitors can share your blog on Twitter or Facebook, and there's quite a bit of other ones. You could also put custom or add your own, and for this you'd put the URL in there. Okay, so we're going to save our arrangement blog, and you can see here blog title, the badge. It was actually entered 3 times. Apparently we hit it 3 times. So that's good. We can just remove it, and you can see how we do that. We go to edit, remove, and hit yes, edit, remove. Okay, and now it's only there a couple times. We'll hit save arrangement, and changes have been saved. The next thing I'm going to do is I want to go to the template designer. Template designer is going to allow you to change the background, the width, the layout, and advanced features as well. I may not be happy with the color I see here, or the badge and so on. So right now I'm going to go over to a different setting, and it's awesome. And I'm going to go on the second one here, and you can see how it nicely shows the bar up here. Okay, and your blog title. However, you need to make sure that the width fits the content here. So if you want to change that, you can go to adjust widths, and you could basically change the sidebar by doing this. Okay, and the entire blog you could change. Right now it's at 960 pixels. So right now it's just apply to blog. Your layout, you can show your body layout if you want to have one sidebar or two right next to each other with one above, and the footer layout. So I'm okay with what we have here. Then under advanced, you can change colors of links, blog titles, blog description, etc. So there's quite a bit of stuff you can do here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to Blogger. Okay, and this is our live on the blog. And you can see here this is under template, and you can basically select any of these templates here if you'd like. Hover over it, and you could do a preview of it, what it would look like, instead of changing it and going back. Okay, so that's the basics on the layout and the template. And now let's go to settings. Settings is where you're going to manage postings, mobile and email, language formatting. What I find most important under here that you want to look at is under other, and this would be your Google Analytics web property. So once you set up your Google Analytics account, and how do you do that, that would probably be in another tutorial. We can look at that now briefly. So the Google AdSense and Analytics, if you don't have a Google account, you'll have to sign up, as I stated. Alright, if you have Google Analytics account, then access your account if you want to associate your site with Google Analytics. Okay, and when you come in, you're going to see the settings, my account, and admin. Alright, you're going to see three distinct areas on Analytics under admin: account, property, and view. Alright, and you want to go to the account section and select create new account. It'll be at the bottom. If you have multiple analytics accounts, it'll show up at the bottom. Alright, then they're going to ask you what would you like to track, and they'll give you the features: Universal Analytics, Classical. Alright, setting up your account, give an account name. So whatever you maybe gave your blog name, give it a name. Same with the website name. And then you want to put your Blogger web address in the website URL. Select the industry category. If it's about people and blogs, pick that. And then your time zone, okay? And then it's going to give you some data sharing settings, which you can select if you want more control over sharing your Google Analytics data with other Google products. You can select that. If you want account specialist to contact you, and then you'll click Get Tracking ID. After you create an account, you'll then select the tracking ID, and they'll give you a code as well as a snippet, which on most other sites you'll have to add that code snippet to every page that you want to track. Otherwise, go to property and select tracking info if you are looking for it. And for example, you'll see this tracking ID, which I put in for example here. You'll copy this and you'll paste that into the settings other for the Google Analytics web property ID, and now you can start tracking your Google blog, and you want to ensure the status is receiving data, okay? And it will say receiving data if it in fact is receiving data. So your Analytics web property ID will go here, and once that's set, your blog is pretty much ready to go. But you again want to create that Google AdSense account and get the publisher ID, and you're off to the races from there. In my other blog posting, as I told you on tipstrickscentral.blogspot.com, I did discuss how to add your Twitter timeline to your Google blog, and that's just simple. It's a matter of creating a widget on your Twitter account, copy and pasting the code into the Add Gadget HTML JavaScript, and adjusting the layout sidebar settings to fit the size of the content. If you have any questions on creating a Google blog site, please contact me. Stay warm, it is cold out, and have a good night. Thanks.